Chris Scovin, and I'm here at the Lisbon 2016 Web Summit, the hottest and craziest technology conference on the planet today. I'm standing in front of the Mayur Arena. This is the largest indoor arena in the European Union with over a 20,000 people capacity. We had an excellent first day yesterday with over 15,000 people in attendance and several hundred more watching on the big screens outside. This event was opened by Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa, and at center stage we had Axel Lemaire, Deputy Minister, Government of France, Mogens Lykketoft, President, United Nations, Robert Azevedo, Director General, World Trade Organization, José Manuel Barroso, former President, European Commission, and Tom Nuttall, Charlemagne columnist of The Economist. We have also seen Hollywood celebrities like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Along with this, we are fortunate to have another business celebrity guest who has appeared on Fox Business and Bloomberg International, along with major media. He is also a prolific business writer who has won several book awards for his innovative books, along with 5-star reviews from inspired readers. He's perhaps best known as a mentor and experienced business consultant who has helped countless entrepreneurs across multiple industries. He's also a philanthropist and truly believes in helping people. Mr. Mayur Ramgir, President and CEO of Zonopact and founder of Z-Force, a global nonprofit to help women in need and underprivileged kids. I'm here with Mayur Ramgir from Zonopact. Mayur, we haven't seen you at the other Web Summit, so how come you found time in 2016 to come to the Lisbon one?
You know, Chris, it's the big event, and it's the biggest technical conference in Europe, and Zonopact got featured for this conference, so I had to come here and present my thoughts and ideas about Clintra to our prospective leads. So I thought it's a great opportunity. And also Portugal is a nice place. I mean, Lisbon is an awesome city, and people are very nice. I mean, it's great.
Despite all these applications that are available for small and medium businesses, why do you think that these businesses are still failing?
That's a very good question, because as a small business owner, you want to manage your business operations smoothly. For that, you need to have tools available. So there are lots and lots of tools available for each individual task. Like for CRM, there are companies out there. For ERP, there are other tools available. For HR, for project management. Then, so what you do is like you go and subscribe to all those individual applications and start using it. But the major problem is now you're creating a nightmare for you, because you're creating lots and lots of data in each single application. And after 1 year or 2 years, you have lots of data available, but there is no single application to connect all this information and get meaningful information out of it. So these are the problems small businesses are facing, where they are going with all these individual solutions, spending lots and lots of money. Like each application costs at least on an average $100 per user per month. If you have 10 applications, then you are easily spending more than $1,000 per user per month. So it's not all about money. It's also about the productivity, because your data is scattered across these applications. So there is no easy way for your employees to get this information and present to your client. So if client calls to your support department, there is no easy way for your support department to get project management information, because they don't have access to it, or they don't know how to look for the project information in their project management software. The CRM is the separate component as well. So all these tools are making very difficult for them to visualize this information, and they're not able to support their customer properly. And I think that's why small businesses are struggling, where despite using these specialized tools, there is no easy method to have a clear-cut view of all this information.
So we've been hearing a lot of stories about your new online innovation lab. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's really interesting. It's the world's first online innovation lab. I mean, think about it. Like a person sitting in a small village does not have any tool or mechanism or way to communicate with a person sitting outside his village or country, or collaborating with other person from the other part of the planet. Yes, there are tools available like Facebook, WhatsApp, and other communication channels which you can use to interact with people. But those tools are not focused. They're not working on the innovation part of it. So that is why this platform is really important, because that person can find the like-minded person from other part of the world, can collaborate with them, can find a group, form a group, and work on challenging problems. And those problems later on we can patent as well if they are world-changing problems.
So you've got this great book out, Unbarred Innovation. It's an award-winning book. And in the book you talk about acquiring a degree versus acquiring education. And that's such an interesting topic. Can you elaborate on why do you think there is this gap between acquiring a degree versus acquiring education?
Yeah, those are really different topics, but people don't get that. People think that education, degree, same thing. They think that, okay, in order to get educated, you need to go to a college or university and get degrees, whatever degrees you're in. Don't get me wrong, I love degrees. I mean, I have done double masters, I have studied almost in all the continents. So I did my first master from the United Kingdom, and then I did my second master from the States. But what I realized that degree is not the important part. What matters is the knowledge you are getting out of it. And a lot of people get this wrong, and they think that they are well educated, but in reality they just got good degrees, that's all. But if you go back and ask them, okay, why did you do this degree? What have you gotten out of it? Then the only answer you can get that, hey, I studied this topic, electronics or computer science or art, whatever topic they studied. But they really did not focus on the education part of it. Again, I'm not generalizing. There are people who understood this initially, and then while getting their degree, they also learn about the knowledge or learn about the topic and acquired knowledge or education. So if you look at it, there are two different topics, and you really need to focus on knowledge part of it than degree part of it.
So we found your article published on November the 7th in the Software Development Times, and this is a leading magazine in software development for managers and architects and developers. What was your motivation for this article?
SaaS is the hottest technology right now, and days are gone where people used to download software and install it on your system. Now you need to make your software available 24/7. It should be available to any part of the world. It should not require you to download and install anything on your computer. All you need, just internet connection. It sounds all simple. However, when you try to develop SaaS applications, there are lots and lots of challenges that you need to overcome. First important thing is security. I mean, when you develop software, as a developer, you don't really focus on the security part of it. So that's why it's important to focus on secure architecture before you start developing your applications. Then there is a performance part of it. If you have a traditional software, then performance is not at all a major issue, because people are downloading that software and installing on their system, and the performance is relative to the system that they have. Whereas in SaaS, performance is super important, because now your application is accessed by internet. So it has to perform smoother, and it should be faster in any situation that they are in. If they have good internet connection or not, you need to perform very well. There are many nightmares in the SaaS area where applications are crashing, they are getting denial of service attacks, the applications are not accessible, or they are getting hacked. So you really need to focus on those parts. So this article, touches all these points, and it talks about how you can make your application more secure and design it in a way that it's better for performance.
So we know that you interview in the Hollywood studios, but I've heard a little bird tell me that there are rumors about that you're getting into film production as well. And there's something about a documentary or something. Are you going to tell us about this, or is this something that it's not available to the public yet? Or
yeah, it's not a secret, Chris. We can talk about it. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a documentary which focuses on the problems that society is facing currently. I formed a non-profit organization called Z-Force, which focuses on women in need and unprivileged kids. So with that, we are trying to find the core problems that society is facing, and we would like to focus on those problems and showcase that to the world that if you tackle or if you work on those problems, then you will not see the bigger problems that are happening later on. For example, many parts of the world there is a problem on teen pregnancy. there's a problem of rape, there is a problem of domestic violence. So all these problems are happening because of the core issue. And I think that core issue is the education part. So what we want to do from this documentary is like focus on the education, educate the world, educate the male society, educate the society where you can show that if you don't do certain things, then the problem will not be there in the future.
And finally, I got to ask you, what is your main motivation for starting Z-Force Incorporated?
The main motivation behind Z-Force is helping women in need and unprivileged kids. As I talked earlier, there are a lot of problems in the society currently. So we want to work on the education part of it. We want to create events and programs which can help and provide solutions via education or creating camps and things like that. We live in very different society today. The world is globalized. However, it's not truly globalized because people are traveling around the world. However, we still see there are a lot of problems. People label human beings like, hey, he's a white guy, he's a black guy, he's a brown guy. Why do we need these labels? Why can't we just refer a person by his credibility or as a human being simply? So there are a lot of things we need to work on, and there are other non-profit organizations which are working on it. But I think we need to do our part as well.
Thank you very much, Mayur, for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much.